So, menus. Every game has them. You have to have them. And most of the time, you know, it's just a feature that you need to have. You need to have somewhere to click play. You need somewhere to go into the settings. You need somewhere to get into a match and actually play the game. A level select screen. Every game has a menu and it is a complete necessity. But my favorite menus are the ones that are trying not to be a menu. I love it when games immediately put you in control of whatever character you're playing as and let you roam the world. And the world actually acts as a menu. And that's the kind of games that we're going to be focusing on today. My absolute favorite game of all time does this. Garden Warfare 2, prime example of the technically menuless game. You click on the game, you load in, and right away you are put in control of a character. And the first time you play the game, you're actually given a tutorial in the 3D world that, you know, tells you how to actually play the game. You know, you move around, you shoot the zombies, and you're spawned in as a sunflower in the back lines of Zomburbia, and you have to escape. It's an extraction mission. This is the first thing the game puts you in, and you get to the extraction point, and Crazy Dave himself flies you in his RV into the backyard battleground. He shows you everything. He shows you, like, the whole stalemate vibe, and how zombies and plants are on both sides, and they have this big battle going on, and neither side can get any more ground over the other. So you have this really neat map where half of it is completely plantified, suburbia, all nice looking, and the other side is undead, zombified, and just, you know, it has like this purple, hazy hue over all of it, and it just looks really sad and depressing. The thing I really love, though, is they took the menuless approach completely literally. Instead of going into a screen, like in the escape menu or something, to queue for a match, they have a whole portal dedicated to it. So you go over to the multiplayer portal, and you can queue, and you have to actually walk into it to get into a game, and I just feel like that's so cool. It gives you this level of interactivity with the matchmaker that most games don't have. For Fortnite, you just click a button, and then, oh, you're in the spawn island. For, say, Call of Duty, you click a button and you're in the hub island or whatever. Like, a lot of games, especially battle royales these days, do that, where you could just kind of click a button, you wait on a little, like, mini tiny island type deal for a minute, and then you play your game. It works, it's functional, of course. You can get the little pre-round going so more people can flood the lobby and join in. And then you play your game. But I really like the interactive approach. I think we can both agree that that's way cooler. Another game in the Garden Warfare series that does this is BFN. Now, it is definitely a lesser game than Garden Warfare 2. I'm sorry if I offended anybody. I don't think I did. BFN is just not a great game. It just genuinely isn't. It has its good points. Its story mode is all right, but the multiplayer is littered with bots. Getting off topic, I need to talk about the hub menu area. Giddy Park, which is, I would say, one of the, like, 3 good things in this game. You know, you have some of the new characters are kind of cool. I like Nightcap. I really like the single player missions, but the best part is Giddy Park. They did the Garden Warfare 2 concept, but took it up to 10 basically, because you have this hub area. It's a lot different. It's an amusement park, and the plants and zombies kind of bases are completely separated. Like, you can't enter them on the opposite team like you could in Garden Warfare 2. And it would, like, start a war between both sides, and all the bosses would come out and fight each other. In BFN, it's a lot different. There's the 2 bases, the plant base and the zombie base. You can jump down into Giddy Park, which is literally just this giant amusement park. And there's a bunch of, like, little mini missions to do. You can go around and get coins. But the neat thing that they did, and I haven't seen a single other game do this ever, or since. They made it so when you spawn into the game, immediately you are in a multiplayer lobby with other players. So you jump off the bounce pad and you can just play the game. You can literally fight other actual players. There's no bots. It's just real people. And I think that's so cool. You literally get to jump down and do PvP within 10 seconds of loading. I've never seen another game do that. If anybody has seen another game that's done that, tell me what the game is, because I want to try that out. That sounds so fun. Bro, please. I need footage! I just need footage! That's actually revolutionary, right? Being able to boot up the game and be in a multiplayer lobby free-for-all and your hub menus there. That's so cool. That's literally like, that's perfect. Unfortunately, it was wasted on such a bad game as BFN, but I mean, clearly they did one thing right, and that's one of the very, very, very few things that they did right. But they did do it right, and I love it. I literally, I'm not even joking. I will play BFN after months and months, or literally like a year of not playing it, just to go in Giddy Park for like an hour and goof around and troll people. I won't go in the multiplayer. The multiplayer in that game is as dead as a doorknob. You get like one guy in your team with like a 1 rank play, 0 guys in the other team, and you're both just fighting AI backfill. It's unplayable. Giddy Park is the only good thing about that game. Now, the next game I want to talk about is Super Mario 64. This is kind of the birthplace of the hubless or menuless hub area. There we go, got it. This is the birthplace of the menuless hub area level select screen type deal. Now, in Super Mario 64, when you first load into the game, you do have to select your save. So like, yeah, technically that's a menu, but there's no level select screen. You select your save and you're immediately put in the castle. The little Lakuta or whatever it's called, the Lakutu, shows you around. It shows you everything that there is about the castle for the most part, like how to move around, how you're supposed to interact with the controls. I mean, it's a Nintendo 64. The controls on that thing are awful. I used to play Super Mario 64 as a kid a lot. And I gotta say, most of my time was just spent roaming around the castle. Very nostalgic place for me. And I'm only 20. Isn't that weird? Like, so Super Mario 64 was like my dad's game when he grew up. He's in his 40s, so like kind of like a 90s game type deal. But he would play that game all the time. He had like 3 completely full saves. Fully completed saves on our Nintendo 64, and I used to come home from school and I would like be so excited to play it. Those were good times. But I booted it up into a ROM the other day and remembered it's a lot more like limited. Like there's not really that much going on, and the game's a lot uglier than I remember. So I don't know, like it's probably just childhood whimsy telling me that the game looked better than it did, but I don't know, like maybe it wasn't that good. It was still neat, and I think it was definitely like the inception of that idea of the hubless menu, or the menuless hub. Jeez, I cannot speak. It's kind of confusing. Of the menuless hub area level select screen. And I really like how they did it. It kind of it incorporates itself into like the theme of Mario with like the paintings and stuff. And all the whimsy. You got to jump through the painting in order to get into the level. I think that's really cool. And then if you die, you get shot out of the painting if you die too many times. And then you would have to get a bunch of stars, I believe, to unlock the other doors. And then I don't even remember how you beat the game. I just remember throwing Bowser off a cliff. And then there was like a meme like, "So long, Gay Bowser." Yeah, that's at the boss battle for that game, right? I don't even remember. It's again been a really long time since I've actually beat the game. I did get some footage of me running around the hub area. And I was going in the water, like the moat, right? And there's a door there. I don't remember how to get there. There's like a push trigger for some reason. So if anybody knows how to get through that area, please let me know, because I can't remember for the life of me. And as a kid, I could never figure it out either. So somebody please tell me. I need to know. Oh, geez, I need a drink. So the next game I want to talk about is Deadlock. Yeah, I talked about it the other day. Had a lot of wrong opinions about it. Had a few good opinions. I am addicted to this game, and something that really surprised me when I first booted into it was it using this concept. No menus? Like, what? In a Valve game? All the Valve games have menus. I don't think there's a single Valve game that doesn't have a start menu level select screen. Obviously, like you have Half-Life 2, where you click the play button, you click where your save state is, and then you're in. So like, I guess that kind of counts as that. And the story completely flows through it. Like you don't have to click anything after that, but I don't really count that because your menu and elements aren't really incorporated in the physical world. Deadlocks are. So they have this little, like, I don't know if it's like a freaking seer or something, but on a table, and you go up to them and it opens up a menu. It's the same thing that Garden Warfare 2 does, where it's this area that you have to go up to actually interact with in order to start the game. And I think that's so cool. It really immerses you in the world. And I really like the art style of this game too. I guess I can take a minute to gush about that. The art style is so good. So the area that you spawn in is called the Hideout, and it's in New York City, the Cursed Apple. They just have all this like occult noir, I think that's how you say it. decorations everywhere, all these paintings with like these freaky creatures, candles everywhere, kind of like this dim lighting. You have like a little computer that shows the news. You have a little seat that shows you how to play the game. And then you have the area called the atrium. So in there, you can practice all of your abilities, any new characters before you even get into a real match. And you know, the game is so complicated that I'm really glad they put something in there like that, because most games don't have that. It's kind of like, oh, click the training mode. You are in the training mode. Then you exit the training mode and go to a match. It's kind of nice, like in between matches of Deadlock, I can just goof around, shoot, slide, spam my abilities in the little atrium area completely safely, and it just allows me to really learn the game. And I do like that they have all of the interactable elements that you'd find on a normal map there. So they have the shop, so you can test out which upgrades and other stuff you want to buy for your build right there. And then there's little test dummies to shoot, and they have the sinner's sacrifice there, so you can practice that. And they have like stairs and like ropes to climb, so you can practice your dash jumps and your freaking slides and all that. It's really cool that they managed to fit everything in such a small area. Another cool thing is they have a teleporter that teleports you to a smaller area of New York City that's basically like the normal map but condensed. So they'll have like a walker, a guardian, there'll be troops to shoot at, little test dummies everywhere. There's a gym where you can practice your parries. There's like a dummy moving back and forth to shoot at, so you can practice your tracking. And there's all sorts of walls and zip lines to jump and slide off of. It's so cool that they basically took Deadlock and like squished it into this little area that you can practice in. And then you can like you probably can invite friends there. I'm assuming you can. And you can just practice there. Oh yeah, you can. I invited my friend there the other day. Yeah. You go in this little area to practice, and you even have all these dev tools where you can spawn any minion you want. You can make it so you have infinite stamina or ammo or abilities, no cooldowns. It's really interactive, and I've only like scratched the surface of it, but I do like that the game gives you these tools to train so easily. Literally, you just spawn into the hideout, walk over to the teleporter, and you can train everything there is to train in the game in a safe area where there's no sweats. Now, the last game that I want to talk about today is called Fumes. It's from a commenter. He or she or whoever suggested this, and I thought it was kind of cool, like another thing to put in the video. Sure. So this is like an honorable mention. Now, I played the game for about 20 minutes on the demo, and I thought it was really neat. I gave it an 8 out of 10 by the end of the playthrough, and I'll just show some footage now. So it's a boomer shooter, apparently. I don't know what that really means, but you drive around in this car and you shoot other cars. And the art style is super cool. It's like this gritty CRTV, kind of think Repo. Like, that's the closest thing I can equate it to art style wise. It's really cool looking. It's got like this kind of halftone filter over everything, so it kind of looks just grungy, gritty. The visuals are super cool. But yeah, this game does the same thing. When you spawn in, it gives you like a bit of a tutorial where it shows you like how to shoot the other cars and everything, and like how to boost and, you know, move around. And then it immediately puts you in this like infinite, seemingly infinite open world hub area. And there's a scrap truck that drives around, so you have to like randomly find it. There will be like a little compass on top that shows you where they are. But I think that's so cool that like all the elements are there. You have to drive around and find them in random spots of the map. So it kind of gives it like this infinite replayability. But yeah, you go up to like the scrap truck and it like lets you customize your car and upgrade it. So that's super cool. And then there's like these drop off points for cargo. I don't know how that works. I'm gonna tell you, I know nothing, almost nothing about the game. I only played it for a little bit, but it was really fun, and I think it would be like a cool game to like hop on after a long day of work. But yeah, that is pretty much it for this video. Those are all the games that I wanted to cover. I think that this is a really neat concept, and if anybody here is looking to make a game, take this idea. Hub menu, boom. Just hub menu. That's it. A 3D world or 2D world where you can interact with the menu elements, so it gets you immersed in the game without having to be in the boring little select screen. I think it's perfect. It's so like sublime. More games should do it. So that is going to be it for this video. If you enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe and all that. I do have a membership down below if you'd like to join. It's about $3.99 a month if you want to support me. Don't have to, but if you ever feel like it, you can. You do get access to some stickers, I believe, and then member loyalty badges, and members only live streams, which I don't really do that often. I'm gonna be so honest, I don't really live stream that much. But if a bunch of people do want me to live stream, I'll live stream pretty much anything. Suggest me a game and I'll think about it. Anyways, that's gonna be all for this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.